Hi, Mark here, Monday, February the 23rd, 8:15 a.m. Eastern, 1:15 p.m. GMT. Let's have a look at the markets now that the US session is underway. US dollar index, interesting, was a gap lower to start the new week after closing at 97.70. Reopened to start the new week down at 97.28, but has fought its way back, recouped those losses, and resistance now at 97.78. We'll see whether now that the US session is underway, whether demand for US dollars continues, whether buyers break above this intraday resistance, look higher at 97.99, 98 or higher, or if you're going to see a turnaround from uh, the fight back here and US dollar sellers step in again and look down to this 97.28 support. But strong US dollar going into the US session. Let's have a look at the S&P. We look at the futures market, hour and a half, just under hour and a half until Wall Street opens up. Here you can see this was a solid red candlestick, a gap lower to start the new week, and then sellers were in control in the futures market, established support at 6,866, resistance at 6,911, sitting pretty much in the middle of the range, maybe a little bit in the top half of the range. Buyers of S&P 500 of US equities will be looking to test this resistance level at 6,911 or push higher. If we see equities sold off, sellers will look down at the 6,866 support level. We'll see how that plays out now that the US sessions open, and more relevantly, when Wall Street opens up in 1 hour, 15 minutes. Let's have a look at gold. Gold, a gap higher to start, closed last week at 5,101 and then reopened to start the new trading week at 5,165. Sellers were the first um, into the new week. This was a solid red candlestick, and sellers took it from that open at 5,165 down to support at 5,117. Buyers did step in, fighting their way back. So I now have 5,117 as my support. I've got 5,176 as resistance, and certainly buyers on the front foot now. A very small trace of that red candlestick left over, you can see. So buyers fighting back from the early losses will be looking up at resistance, looking to push higher. Next level on the upside would be that 5,200 level or higher. Alternatively, if sellers do step back in, then be looking back down at that 5,100 support area. Let's have a look at Brent oil. Brent oil, to open the new week, there was a gap lower from the close, which was at $71.24, reopened at $70.48, but buyers have stepped in. You can see that I've got support at 70.31, and I've got intraday resistance now at 71.55, higher than the close last week. Let's see if buyers do test this resistance level, push higher, look up at the possibly as high as the $72 level or higher. If sellers step in, 70.31 will be the target on the downside. But demand for oil as the US session does get underway. Bitcoin. Bitcoin was sold off early, continuation of the sideways trend, but certainly the buyers tilted to the downside. I've got support at 64.1 thousand, which is took out all the previous lows from the beginning of February. Buyers have stepped in. You see the wickets left behind here. I've got resistance at 67.7 thousand. That's the level buyers will be looking to test on the way up to that 70,000 level, a level that buyers have not been able to break above or maintain above. We'll see if they have another go at that level now that the US session is underway, or if we're going to get what we have seen, sellers maintain control and sellers look back down at the new support at 64.1 thousand. Good trading, keep that discipline. I'll see you at the end of today's session.